This episode of Destructoid is brought to you by Carbonite Online Backup. Start your free trial at carbonite.com with the offer code Destructoid and get 2 bonus months if you decide to buy.
Coming up on Destructoid, PlayStation Go returns from the dead in phone form. No More Heroes returns from the dead in shiny form. Women invade Black Ops and boobs invade New Vegas. All this and more coming up on Destructoid.
That was one of the most frightening intros you've done yet.
I'm terrified today.
Welcome everybody to Destructoid, the video game show about X, Y, and most importantly, M.
What?
But I was going to say Z, didn't you?
You just said M?
Yeah.
This show is freaking out already.
Mind blown.
Yeah.
I'm Tara Long, Destructoid's ginger with a soul, according to one astute YouTube commenter.
I'll say. She's got so much
Quite
soul.
like that title.
Indeed. And I'm Jonathan Holmes, Destructoid's blood-buriest associate editor. For the latest in video game news, gossip, and brutally honest reviews, check out Destructoid.com, updated with over 50 stories for gamers by gamers. And I'd like to offer you a taste of all of those delightful entrees. But for now, here's a poo-poo platter of arrangements of our hottest video game news.
Some beautiful descriptive wordplay you use.
4 in the morning, I wrote that. No More Heroes finds a new PS home. Originally a Wii exclusive, No More Heroes is coming to the PlayStation 3 in the US, care of Konami, with some new bosses and PlayStation Move support. I hope one of those new bosses is Solid Snake. Wouldn't be surprised. It's wild speculation on my part, but Snake has been in just about every Konami crossover they can pull off, so it's possible. For those that don't know, No More Heroes is infamous for many reasons. For one, it's the first retail Wii game to make this motion an essential. The shake wave. Never gets old. Shake wave motion, an essential part of gameplay. And this was long before Alec Baldwin went on to make that joke on Saturday Night Live. So screw you, Alec Baldwin. All suggestive stroking aside, No More Heroes and a sequel are 2 of my favorite games ever made. While I would have preferred for there to be a No More Heroes 3 announcement, this is probably as good as I'm going to get for now. And speaking of underappreciated masterpieces, Tara Long.
Fallout New Vegas gets boobies! Yeah!
Underappreciated masterpieces.
Oh, video games need more of those.
Indeed.
I can already hear the fanboys unzipping their camo pants.
Yuck.
Literally one day after Fallout New Vegas hit stores, a nudity patch was released on newvegasnexus.com. And I actually went to that website, they had some pictures of it. I think we've got some photos that have been
I haven't seen those yet.
maybe tweaked a little bit. I could have done that last night, I
Oh,
don't know. But yeah, so there's an entire area of adult patches on this website. There's even specific patches to change the breast size of the characters, which, you know, seems sketchy, but there's a lot of people talking about how the nudity patches are actually good because they make your character a lot more customizable with outfits and such.
Is that what they call it? Have
Yeah,
you seen
sure,
Total Recall?
I have not, actually.
There's a scene where you customize your boob fantasies.
Oh.
It's just like that. Bringing it back to Total Recall, thank you. And speaking of unnaturally large
Yes.
breasts.
So starting today, you'll be able to nab the first DLC for Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light. The add-on, which is called All the Trappings, features a new stage to explore and puzzle through. I've been reading a lot of comments on Dtoid about that. People are saying, you know, the game is really fun.
It's incredible.
There's some actually interesting puzzles in there.
It's really underrated.
It will be available on Xbox Live for 30 days for free, after which point they will charge you to download it. And also today, there's a title update which enables full online co-op if you want to play with your friends.
Next story, Cave Story makes its machine gun assisted jump to the DSi. I got this game running actually on the DSi at Tokyo Game Show. I was in this weird lobby with all these shoes around me and very polite people bowing, so I didn't get a chance to really look at the game as hard as I wanted to, but from what I could tell, it was perfect. Pixel, the one-man creator of the original Cave Story, has given this version his full blessing, so we know it's going to be good. We've known this port is coming for a while, but the first trailer for the game running on 2 screens was just released, I think, yesterday. I've contacted the company putting this port out, they're called Nicholas, to see if we can get some time with the game soon. So we're trying to get exclusive for next week. Speaking of Nicholas, they're the ones who put WiiWare, the WiiWare version of Cave Story out, and I just booted that up last night and saw they've added stuff for Halloween. And then I cheated and changed my calendar in the game, and I saw they added stuff for Christmas.
Ah!
Thanks, Pixel, I love that stuff. Not quite as good as Christmas nights, but still awesome. We've got more news coming up for you, but first we gotta pay some bills.
Eventually you're going to have a computer disaster. Your computer is gonna crash, or the cops are gonna seize it, or your house is gonna die in a fire. But if you have Carbonite Online Backup, your files will all be backed up automatically and safely off-site, so it'll be easy to get them back. You can access your backed up files remotely from any computer or from your iPhone or BlackBerry with a free Carbonite app. Carbonite costs just $55 a year for unlimited backup for your PC or Mac, but if you use the offer code Destructoid, you can get a free 15-day trial and 2 months free if you choose to buy. All the details are at Carbonite.com, and remember to use the offer code Destructoid to get 2 months free with your purchase.
Okay, awesome. Back to the news. Call of Duty Black Ops gets a shot of estrogen. Call of Duty has everything a man's body craves, except 2 things: electrolytes and beautiful women. Actually, make that one thing, because starting with Black Ops, the series is going to have ladies as well. Activision hasn't said much about the game's new female character. All we know is that she's being played by Canadian actress Emmanuelle Chiriqui. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Emmanuelle. Famous for her on-screen romances with Hollywood hunks such as Lance Bass and Eddie Furlong. The other thing we know about her is that, I just called Eddie Furlong a hunk. And the other thing we know about her character is that she won't have a name. She'll only have a number. We asked our readers what they thought the number might be. Some said 8008135. Write that down if you want to get that. And others said, seems sort of sexist that the one female character in the game doesn't even have a name. They both could be right, actually.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. See how it plays out. Next up, Elshay devs say that he's not selling out to the West. For a few years, the trend has been for Japanese game developers to try to ape the stylings of game developers from the US and Europe. Takeyasu Sawaki, lead developer on the upcoming PS3 360 game Elshay, he ain't having it. He says that as a Japanese creator, he wants to make something that only Japanese people can make. He doesn't want to follow the European people's way. That's a pretty awesome proclamation of trueness to self. But it's a bit suspect given the source. Elshay looks very Japanese, but the game stars a blonde, Caucasian-looking dude, and the story is based on a deleted scene from the Bible, which is a pretty popular book here in the West. Well, whatever he's doing, I enjoyed it. I played the game at Tokyo Game Show this year, and I absolutely loved it. It had a certain style of Japanese surrealism, but at the same time, I could see it doing well in both Japan and the United States. We'll see. I think you'll really like it, actually.
There are blonde people. There can be blonde people in Japan.
There can be.
Kangaroo
Oh, yeah,
girls?
kangaroo girls.
That's what I should go for as Halloween.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
Halloween's coming up.
Okay, so guess what? PlayStation is making a phone. So the phone will be released soon, probably in early 2011. It will most likely be running Android 3.0, and it'll be released along with a Sony marketplace, which will allow you to purchase and download games designed for the phone. Some specifications we have. It's going to have a 1 gigahertz processor, 512 megabytes of RAM, a gigabyte of ROM, and the screen is in the range of 3.7 to 4.1 inches. It's got a long multi-touch touchpad in the center of the handset, and there's no memory stick slot, but there is support for micro SD cards. We have some prototype photos from Engadget, but there's been some talk on the internet that maybe these have been shopped.
Yeah, that's right.
We're not sure. Sony refused to confirm or deny the legitimacy of the pictures, but a lot of the people on the internet are claiming that they're shopped.
Definitely fake. So it's rumor territory, but exciting rumor territory nonetheless.
If anything, it's a jumping off point from, it'll give us a good idea of what's to come.
Sure, I hope
They're
so.
definitely releasing a phone. We just don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, I know, people.
For now, we'll just pretend. I genuinely believe everything I read on the internet.
Me too. It's a much better world.
Yeah.
Than we do it. Yeah, it's like living in imagination land.
Oh, also, we have some news about Oprah. Remember that awesome video we showed you guys last week about her giving away Kinect fans and them all going ape shit? Well, apparently, that caused pre-orders for the Kinect to jump up by 42% on Amazon.com. I know Oprah has a huge following and pull and everything, but I like to think that a portion of that came from people watching our show.
Absolutely. I'm guessing at least 80% of that
Yeah.
42% was from us.
Then again, people who watch our show, I assume, are smart. So why would they be buying a Kinect?
Ouch.
Ding!
That was brutal.
right.
But Oprah is very convincing. I don't know about you, but to me, Oprah is like one of those farts that smells like bread. You know you shouldn't like it, but you do. You can't help it. When I see her face,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
can't help but love
I'm a
you,
lady.
Oprah.
I don't do that.
Okay, contest update time. We're giving away a bag full of gaming rarities, including a Mega Man Zero shirt, an issue of Dead Rising ZQ magazine, an Okamiden plushie, so cute, and a whole bunch more, all in a Scout backpack from Astro Gaming. All you have to do to win is subscribe to us on YouTube or iTunes. It's easy, you dungus. On Destructoid.com, we're giving away a custom Dtoid headset from Nox Audio. To win this one, you have to do a little bit more. You have to draw Mr. Destructoid somewhere on your body. Here are a few examples.
Yeah, keep it safe for work, people.
Yeah.
We don't want to watch those pictures.
I do and I don't. It's like those bread parts again.
You do, don't you?
Yeah, the part of me wants it. Okay, enough already. Join us again on Friday when we'll be hosting a super scary Halloween edition of the show. Spoiler alert, I'll be wearing a bikini.